Oh, looks like I'm going. Hello, can you guys hear me? All right, let's see. Is this on? It says there's no viewers, but the chat shows you guys are in here talking. Weird. We will just ignore the statistics. I think we're good. Hello, hello. Yeah, that's good. All right. It's always weird for me when I just jump in. I never do it like that. That's why I like the countdown. It gives me a chance to make sure everything's working and going as planned. But like I said in the Discord, but oh, Rick, thanks. He dropped the photo. Yeah, I was over at Aaron's house. Today is Large Marge's birthday, so we were having a little birthday dinner, and I knew I'd be cutting it close, but so figured I could get home by about 9 and just jump right in. So, anyways, what's up, Rick? What's up, Dimitri? Um, Dimitri never watches live streams. Alpine Daydream, Raymond. Uh, I think we made the joke, Dimitri, that the one day you weren't there, that I thought you were a professional chatter, live stream chatter. So, what's up, JMZ? Yeah, let's see if this thing is caught up yet. Ah, there we go. Yep. Things are just looking weird. Looks good, sounds good. Well, not really good, just the usual. Yeah. Good. The phrase for that is good enough. So, yeah. So, Ben's birthday, it usually has worked out where Large Marge's birthday is like a week ahead of our summer bike packing trip, and then we usually do like our shakedown ride and celebrate his birthday. But the way um, everything with our schedules lined up this year, it's tonight, and then we're leaving on Thursday. So we're driving to Pittsburgh, me, Aaron, Ben, and Large Marge, and Funny Brad, and hopping on the train the next morning. It's supposed to be super early if it's on time, which it is rarely ever on time, from what I understand. And then take the train to DC, and then ride back to Pittsburgh over the 5 days. So yeah, so I've been trying to get everything done, everything in line for that. Made a video today about my new setup. I dropped a photo if you're in the Discord of the bike I'm riding with its stuff on there, but I kind of went through what I've changed with my setup, like what I'm bringing, what I've changed, and also what's going to be on the bike. So I think I'll probably drop that on Thursday when we're leaving. So there's something. I know some of you guys saw that photo I posted of riding that full suspension mountain bike that Dirty River had as a demo. My goal is to make a video. I have all footage of that, and then maybe put that out on Monday while we're gone. So we'll see if I get to it. Definitely a weird experience to ride a full suspension bike. Not at all what I thought it would be like. So, but I also didn't get to ride it in completely the right situation. So it won't be any kind of review, more of just like, here's what happens when you just take a full suspension mountain bike, having never ridden one, and then just go ride it wherever you want. So yeah, who knows? Could be interesting. I mean, there's some good footage. So I went to Honda Hills, those like ratty trails that we ride and stuff like that. So, you know, good light. It was pretty out. Did some slow mo and all that stuff. So if it's not good, if I'm not, you could just turn off the volume and put on your favorite song and watch some cool footage. So, what's up, Muskrat? Modding T stream. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Grand Subject? Yeah, Dimitri, I was saying, I actually posted in the Discord over here that Terry B was rolling in. Well, I had to leave for Ben's birthday, so I don't know if he got into Minneapolis today. I know that was their rough plan, but I did drop that link to his stream in our Discord because there's a lot of people who watch from this channel who are from that area. So figured if anyone wanted to try and meet him for a beer or whatever he had going on. So I've been surprised with Terry B Twitch streaming every single day, riding across the country, that more people haven't met up with him. Because someone, yesterday maybe that was, like, went and met him around lunchtime and brought him a hat and rode with him for a little bit. There was the guy back in New York who rode with them, and they went to the guy's dad's bike shop and stuff like that. I thought, like, I guess it is during the day, and most people have regular jobs and have to work. I kind of forget about that because I'm working here while I have it on in the background all the time. So, but yeah, I thought more people would like be jumping in and like in real life. But maybe as it gets out west and it all builds up steam. But who knows? Or maybe people are just shy and feel weird about it. You know, I feel like if he hadn't gone through Ontario and came through Ohio, I would have tried to arrange my schedule to at least get like 5 miles or something, at least to be like meet him and say, hey, what's up? You know, but you know, hey, what's up, Dylan? Has Ben hit puberty? Tim, have you grand subject? What's the REAG? Oh, I haven't read the book yet. So uh, my mind's going blank. Send it to me from the channel. Is he in here yet? No, not today. Well, he might be lurking like I always lurk, but on other people's streams because I have it on one. I'm not always have a computer around to chat with. Nicholas sent me that book, and I've been so busy with trying to keep up on work before the trip, so I'm going to read the book when I get back. It'll be on my nightstand. So, but I wanted to put it in the cover, in the thumbnail, basically to thank him for sending it to me, you know, and I'm excited to read it. I know there'll be a lot I agree with and a lot I disagree with, so that's how I feel. So, hey, what's up, Big Nate? Hey, what's up, Pudgy? What's up, comedy? I'm not going to Minneapolis. We were talking about a YouTuber, Twitch streamer who was rolling into Minneapolis today, Terry Berenson. He is live streaming his entire ride from Brooklyn, New York to Portland, Oregon every day as long as it's not raining. His streaming stuff doesn't, you know, can't be out in the rain. But it's been pretty cool to watch. Like I said, I'm usually editing photos at home or making videos, so I can have it on a lot, just on my TV while I work. But yeah, so he was rolling into Minneapolis today. So worst case Ontario. Rick, whatever. Yeah, grand subject. I feel like it seems like it'll be a quick read when I start reading it too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Um, oh yeah, Just Ride, the founder of Rivendell. Uh, if anyone didn't recognize the book from the cover, so yeah, we're. I was gonna say, speaking of Rivendell, it looks like Rick got his running. I was gonna show his photo. Rick Erb's new build, which isn't done yet, but preliminary build. Running it without the Devil's drivetrain, so or running it without a derailleur, so he's got the Devil's drivetrain going right now. Oh, that you really got that. Make sure you don't go big ring and big ring. I think you'll rip that Dior derailleur right off that bike. Not that you should cross chain it that far, anyways, but. Whew. Oh yeah, you're starting, and then Pudgy is doing Ohio to Erie, roughly the same time we'll be gone. Did you say you're coming through on Wednesday or Thursday, Pudgy? I know I have it in the text, and I meant to look that up yesterday because we were actually at Missing Falls, and I was talking to Large and Funny Brad about the fact that you were going to roll through, and I was trying to remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, you need Yeah, a little more chain in there. I said, definitely make sure you don't accidentally cross chain that. Oh, you're coming through on Thursday? Yeah. I'll definitely be back on Thursday. I'm definitely going to live stream on Thursday because I'm going to have Party Pace's friends on. I scheduled Party Pace, Party Size Cycling's friends on, the one from Tampa and the one who moved to Cleveland. Um, so hopefully you'll come through in an early enough time where we could meet up for a little bit of a ride and a beer. Yeah, Thursday to Akron, Friday. How long's your day on Thursday? Where you doing? Are you doing Millersburg all the way to Akron? Because that's like 67. That's like 70 miles about, with some hills, too. That's the one section that has them. We don't have to have this conversation on the live stream. I could totally text you in like an hour when I'm done, and we could talk about these details, Pudgy. But yeah, anyways, missing Falls, which is on the towpath, which would be on your way to the campground, has the beer you've been wanting to try on draft right now, and that's why we were thinking about it. So, oh yeah, so you're coming from Turkey Hollow, so that is Miller's Turkey Hollow is right outside Millersburg, like 4 miles maybe. So get ready for that climb to Turkey Hollow. Prepare yourself mentally. There's a pretty gnarly gravel climb. It's like there's parts of it where it's like struggling not to put a foot down, but it's worth it because, like I've told you, the view and the pond and everything, it's beautiful when you get up there. But yeah, and then Friday. So if Thursday, if you roll in too late, which depending, I think on Friday I'm available, so I could probably at least take off with you guys for a little bit. As of now, I am. Who knows what'll develop while I'm gone? I'm someone who will be answering work emails and still scheduling stuff while I'm out of town because, well, I work for myself and that's part of the life. But so, hey, what's up, William LeBron? Yeah, Pudgy, besides some of the like really chunk at Nutmeg that's almost unrideable, this one it's only because of it just hits a couple gradients on loose gravel, but it's nothing chunky. It's a road. It's a gravel drive, so yeah. And you probably have low enough gears. I think one of the reasons I've always struggled to keep from putting a foot down on the Turkey Hollow climb is just the fact that I don't have an easy enough gear on any of my bikes to keep just spinning the pedals. Especially with a loaded bike, I'm in the habit of standing up when I need to put more power down. Um, and with the loaded bike on the loose stuff, at slow speed, you definitely don't want to be swinging it around. So crash at my place Thursday and roll out hungover Friday, normal stuff. Yeah, with your long day, even if we did decide to stay the last night in Pittsburgh instead of drive back to Akron, I should still be back in Akron um, before you rolled through. And I think we have to be back by a reasonable time anyways. I'm not sure if Large is working at the shop that day or not, so I don't know. Figure it all out. Like I said, we'll text about it. Looking at some drink picks. Samuel's got the hazy little thing. Raymond's got a 6 point I've never seen before. Infinite Loop pineapple resin. Oh, nice. I really love the original resin. Never seen their pineapple version. I don't have a drink because I actually have a coconut water upstairs. I want to grab in a minute just to have something to sip on. But Aaron made a mousse with homemade whipped cream that we had after dinner, and that much sweetness. It's really really good. Like something sweet like a beer, like is unappealing to me right now after having a good dinner with a nice dessert. I think I've talked about this before. One of the reasons I like beer at this time of night is after I eat something like dinner like and salty, I'd like have a really bad sweet tooth and beer like hits that for me. So I don't keep sweets around. I like drink a beer as like dessert or obviously more than one sometimes. But it is a thing where like the I just need to like I don't know, satiate my sweet tooth. See what I think there's a bunch of new bike picks. Well, I mean, there's a million because I haven't been streaming that much, but going to some of the. I'll show this real quick. I took some nice actual studio photos today when I had like everything set up, but this is kind of the this is the rig I'll be running for the CNO trail and the Gap trail. So I put the swapped out the Michael Holland gave me those Velo Orange bars and just more of a traditional straight stem. With how long this mountain bike is, it was fun to ride, but it was just too low. So I took the chrome happy stem off Otis's Gunner because he wanted to put a black one on it anyways and put it on here. And it's going to be much more comfortable for touring. It actually works out really well. So it's got my hands up higher on the fronts, and then the drops are much more usable, and I could still get low enough. So then the thing I added too is this put on the rack, the front rack that attaches to the cantilever brake posts. And this rack, Dirty River Bicycle Works ordered it from Otis. And I was looking at the Rene Earths, and I was looking at the Nitto rack, and I was interested in both of them. And Otis was like, well, I won't be able to get one of those in time for your trip. So get one of these, and then you could replace it with the nicer one down the road. $18. And it's actually lighter than Velo Oranges and I believe the Nitto version, which is amazing. So then put a basket on it, and then I've got the I can't think of the name of it, but it's Roadrunner, one of their roll top bags. The reason I wanted that is it's supposed to be they say it's totally waterproof. We'll find out because it looks like we have rain in the forecast. But it's kind of nice, and obviously with a bike with cantilever brakes, I couldn't just use the Zeitgeist because it'd be pushing on everything, and it would have to be a whole workaround. So I think the basket's going to be cool. Put a front fender on there, just a kind of an inexpensive one that just straps on at the forks, and then kind of handmade a little mount. Otis helped me shape like a PC ad, and then I drilled it out to make it work with the fender. But I've never toured with a fendered bike, and I know it's going to be a lot nicer. And then just a clip-on the back. Don't have time to get totally the right stuff together, but if I like this as the touring setup, might put some more permanent kind of fenders on this thing. And then the Zeitgeist on the back is what I always run, and that's all my camping stuff in there. So, yeah. I switched saddles. I had that vintage French saddle on here, Ideale, if that's how it's pronounced. But that saddle needs to be broken in. It's old. I keep putting more, whatever the Brooks goo is on there to try and it really needs to be softened up, but it's still nice. I still don't mind riding it for like a 20, 30-mile ride, but I didn't want to spend 60, 70-mile days, 80. I think we have an 80-mile day on it, so I put the Brooks that was off my Trek 500 on there. So, yeah, one that I know I'm really comfortable with. So that's the rig that hopefully gets me across those trails. So. Hey, what's up, Jacob? You said you're just back from Cumberland. Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll actually be camping right on the outskirts of Cumberland. So, moving to Morgantown, West Virginia, from Portland, Maine in the fall. Portland, Maine in the fall. Nice. Yeah, I'm interested to see how much I like the Gap and CNO. Like I said, I rode the Gap when Aaron first got into cycling, and we just did it as like a credit card touring trip. We only carried some clothes, nothing else really, not fully loaded bikes. Really excited to see the CNO. I'm wondering if a long trip on just like 2 trails is if it'll grow old to me, because I love the diversity of doing like Ohio to Erie, where you're on different bike trails and you're on some country roads, and it's all like kind of broken up and changes dramatically as you cross the state. So I'm wondering because I know I like bike trails after being on the roads for a while when you just don't have to think about where you're going and you could just ride. So yeah, I'll be interested in see how much I like it. So what do you mean the cockpit looks crowded? This is what I like about this bike, Rick, is that the cockpit, it gets the bag off the handlebars, so the cockpit is totally open. The only thing I have on there is a Wahoo. And other than that, if you're thinking of the cables, these are the old 9-speed Shimano. They come out the sides, but they're not in the way of your hands. So, yeah, that was, to me, one of the other benefits of doing the basket besides that I have to with a bike like this. But is that the cockpit's open. The only other thing I would put on there is my headlight if we're out after dark. But yeah, just a Wahoo on the bars and nothing else. That is not actually, there's space here if it doesn't look like it. There's space between the bars and the bag. So, and if you think of how I usually put a Zeitgeist up here, that would take up the whole entire interior, and then it's also attached to the tops. So, whoops, don't go to the intro. That rack, Rick, ask, I didn't keep the box because I rode home with it sitting on top of another bike. That's what actually is on, if you watched, the last video. We stopped by Dirty River on the way home of the last camp trip, and I grabbed the rack and tied it to the Zeitgeist. So it was just in a plastic bag. But you could message Otis or remind me, and I'll let you know what it is. Because, like I said, lightweight and $18. I'll see if it holds up. And it does change, so... like I have it in the position so it just goes into the canny mounts, and if you have side pull mount, or what do you call them, whatever, the other brakes you could put on cantilever posts, but it'll also attach to the regular style mounts there. Those clips just swing down. So, hey, what's up, Chris? Will that rack fit on the back? No, it wouldn't fit on the back. But I'm sure that company makes something that fits on the back. No, it's specifically designed as a front rack because it mounts to the where you put your fenders, and then, like I said, the cantilever posts or mid-fork mounts. So, JMZ's a fan of all racks. Yeah, everyone tells us how the C&O is a little more rustic when it comes to trail service. Obviously, with what you could see I'm riding, and then Large is riding a Gorilla Monsoon, Erin's riding her Crust Bombora, and Funny Brad is riding a Space Horse, so none of us will be lacking in tire size. I think it, for a change, I won't be on the thinnest tires because I'm on a 90s mountain bike. I think actually Funny Brad will be on the skinniest tires, but they're still over 40. They're like, I don't know, probably has 42s or 45s on there, so terrain won't be an issue. I do remember climbing up the Continental Divide on the Gap Trail, and that was kind of cindery, and you had to kind of pay attention for some washouts, but I was riding my 1980 Roger Riviera with 38s on there, so, Yeah, that's the other thing. I do want to upgrade the gears on my bike, so the rear has easier gears for when I do climbing stuff, but I was like, I'm not going to worry about that before this trip because the only climbing we have is to a couple of our camp spots, so that aren't right. One of our camp spots canceled on us, so we ended up getting an Airbnb, and I think there's a little bit of climbing on that day, and it's like 300 feet, so no big deal. And I could climb a little bit on that bike, even loaded. It would just be nice to get a wider range rear cassette eventually, so I could, in case doing more climbing, backpacking, bike packing. Like last weekend, it would have been tiring to ride that bike. I rode the Raleigh, so. Oh, yeah, Cumberland to Frostburg. Yeah, I remember doing that. But, yeah, it's like a 1.5% railroad grade almost for all of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 48 millimeter and 43 millimeter are enough. Yeah. What's up, Kevin? Kevin, you rode the Gap from Ohio Pile to Rockwood and back on Saturday. Oh, nice. Yeah. We stayed when me and Aaron did, like I said, kind of credit card toured just the Gap. We stayed outside Rockwood at an Airbnb that a guy had on a little buffalo farm. It was pretty cool. We got in kind of late, and we called the host to let him know like that it was going to be a little later than we had planned, and we were just at the little restaurant in Rockwood, and he was actually like, "I'll just come pick you up." And so it was actually really nice because we were fairly tired, and he came and he threw our bikes in the back of his pickup truck. And when we rode home back to the trail in the morning, we were glad he had done that because it was really hilly and climby to get back to the trail. So, yeah, really nice dude. Hey, he made us dinner. He boiled us some sweet corn and stuff. Yeah. So, Muskrat, you said you're going to have to find a Rockstar fork for your Trek 970 build. Looks to be a close color match. Oh. Oh, what's up, Patrick? Oh, you're heading out? Having cool enough weather out there in Arizona to get a good ride in? Have you been able to get out much this summer? Our summer, geez, I don't know how much worse yours can be this year than ours has been. I mean, I guess not even summer, it just became summer last week, but man, we have had hot and humid. And usually I'm not someone who's very affected by the heat, but the fact that it came on so early has just been a little bit too much. So, Kevin, you said there's a hostel in Rockwood that's cheap. Yeah, we have all our stops planned. I know that you could stay trailside pretty easily on, especially the C&O, and I remember even seeing spots on the Gap. But we kind of like to, it's easy enough not to have to wing it on stuff like this, and we know what we're capable of mileage wise. I would like to eventually do a trip where I'm just kind of like winging it and riding the miles I want. Maybe if I did something longer, so then you could be more flexible. But yeah, we have all our spots picked out. So, um, and we like to time stuff up with our lunch if we know there's like, we saw some kind of brewery we wanted to hit, or Erin saw a coffee shop she wanted to hit in the morning. So, because we know we're not totally roughing it. Like, we're not, if there's towns and stuff, there's no point to pretend like we're like in the high Rockies, like, doing a bikepacking.com route or anything like that. Just, stuff I want to do eventually, but just not this trip. This is vacation too. So a big part of our goal is to like have fun and get lots of miles in, but like the goal isn't to be like have a complete physical challenge of, you know, you know, whatever. It's we are going to be having, beers on patios and stuff like that. So enjoying ourselves. Oh, Patrick said no, it's really, really hot, huh? Went from 50 to 103 today. Oh, Patrick said it's 98 degrees right now. Oh, that's crazy. Um, yeah, it actually cooled off. Today didn't get too hot. Last night it dropped down into the 50s here, thank God. I had my window open. It was so nice for sleeping. And then today stayed pretty mild. Now it feels mild. It barely hit 80. That actually, and it wasn't super humid. We've just had like that crushing humidity with the 80s, which is the worst. Kevin, I think we are staying outside Ohio Pile. I think we have a campground that's a couple miles from there. And I rode through there before, like on the Gap, like I said. Me and Aaron hit one place. I think it was lunchtime. Had a beer, had some lunch, and then went on and kind of rode around. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, so I think we should be rolling into Ohio Pile late afternoon, early evening. Like Cumberland has a farmer's market on Thursdays. No, we'll miss that because we'll start riding on uh, Saturday. Because train is no wait, yeah, the train will be going to Pittsburgh on Thursday. So train to DC on Friday. So we'll be leaving Saturday morning. Because since you can't predict how late the train's going to be, I didn't want to have a day where we were super rushed. So we're going to stay in DC as well and visit a friend and ride around and hang out with him in DC and then roll out in the morning. So yeah, that's too bad because Aaron is farmer market manager and that'd be totally up her alley. Yeah. Thanks, William. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there. Like I said, this has been the busiest spring of my career, which is an awesome thing. Like I said, I'm a freelancer. I love it. And then I've also still been keeping up with posting at least one or two YouTube videos a week, and then still also wanting to get out and ride with the beautiful weather. Um, but I'll be excited to get on vacation because it's, like I said, even if you want to be busy, it doesn't mean it's not tiring. So,
Christian Lindner super chatted $1.99.
hey, Thanks, Christian. You're able to, like I said, I always have to ask everyone how they do it, but you're able to type in a message with super chats. You should have dropped us a goofy comment. But I appreciate the $1.99. Oh, Jacob, your girlfriend's sister has a farm out in Accident, Maryland. Very cool place. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're going from DC, so because we don't want to spend a lot of time driving. For us, it's only it's not even 3 hours to Pittsburgh from here. So to drive to Pittsburgh and take the train and go that way is just the way that makes the most sense for us. So our car's just in Pittsburgh. The approximate mileage, I think between 60 and 80. So nothing too crazy. So for when you have all day to do it, because we've done bigger days, like on Ohio to Erie, we've done high 90s and stuff like that. So, and no climbing. So they'll be relatively chill days. Well, like I said, not no climbing, but no steep climbs that really take it out of your legs. So, yeah, we tend to kind of chill in the morning, so we don't get on the road super early. We'll usually yeah, if it's chilly, we'll get the fire going again. We'll like make our coffee at the fire and stuff like that, and then roll out, and then maybe do like everyone says second breakfast, like a late breakfast, or just depending on what cool is coming up. So, oh, Jacob, I missed that. You said she runs a couple markets in Maryland. Oh, awesome. I'm hoping we find some like along the way. There are some like fruit stands, little farm stands. I made sure to actually just go to the bank today and make sure I have actual cash for stuff like that. I always, for anyone going on any kind of tour, always make sure you're carrying cash. I don't know. Sometimes you stop in that little bar or restaurant that doesn't take it, or sometimes you see the roadside stand with the little box where you're just supposed to drop a five in there for what, some berries or whatever. So, yeah. Pudgy said, Tim, if you take me and Mike to that brewery in Cuyahoga Falls you took me to, you may drink bleach instead. Yeah, no, I was missing Falls in Akron is what I was saying because it's right on the towpath and it has the Bronco, the orange beer that you wanted to try, and it's also the one that Kenny runs. Actually, I have this to hang in the background from Kenny, so I just haven't got around to it yet. Well, channel sponsor Missing Falls Brewery. So, is the route pretty low in traffic in nature? Me and Aaron rode the Gap in late. It was like fall. No, it was her birthday, so it was Augustish actually, and it was low traffic for us. This will be 4th of July weekend, so I've heard around Harper's Ferry will be kind of crazy on the CNO trail, but I think it's like kind of long enough and rough enough that it gets spread out. Jacob would have a much better idea than I would. Kevin said West Newton has a beer tent right along the Gap. Nice. Cumberland is yeah. I spent some time, or not time, like I spent an afternoon in Cumberland years ago, and it was a Sunday. I don't know, my way back from Virginia Beach or somewhere, um, and there was like no one around, and nothing was open. But I thought I was thinking with the way things have gone in their pedestrian mall, maybe it had picked up around there. But yeah, Frostburg. We did stop in Frostburg, and we did get coffee and Sammy's somewhere. I don't remember the name of it, but I'll definitely put that on the list. Clatter. Actually, I need to put that on the list right now. Aaron will have a full list of coffee spots. She makes a Google map that has like way more than we could ever get to. I think for DC and Pittsburgh, she must have 20 coffee shops already on the map. And she's good at doing the same thing for the breweries as well. So we usually have an idea. Like on Ohio to Erie, like we try to, since we did it a number of years, we try to find different stuff, but there's a couple spots that we always go back to because they're so good and the timing usually works out. But yeah, Pudgy, we went down to Ohio Brewing when you were here the night before Nutmeg just because it was close and their food's fine. But they have guest beers, and you ordered before I could stop you, and you ordered one of their beers, which are not good most of the time. And I waited to see what your reaction was because I wanted to be like, let's get an honest opinion without me coloring it. But if you had asked, or if she hadn't walked over and taken your order right away, I definitely would have steered you away from their beers. But yeah, yeah, I really try not to go there ever. But it was like, I also think it was one of the few places that were open at the time we were heading out. So Gary Cash. Jacob said he saw a few bike tours out on the Gap in CNO this past week. Nothing crazy. More bunnies than people. Nice. Yeah, that was our experience when we were on the Gap part in August. How many years ago was that? 4 or 5 years ago? It was Aaron's first overnighter on the bike, so it was a little while ago. But yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it gets, in watching other people's videos, it just doesn't seem overly crowded. Like I said, I know there's some hot spots, like people say Harper's Ferry and stuff like that. And especially since, I don't know if it'll be busier since 4th of July weekend, but yeah. Aaron will have a time-stamped itinerary by the day. You're fine. Lots of lizards out there, yeah. William asked if we're staying at Husky Haven Campground. I can't answer that question because I didn't book any of the campgrounds or Airbnbs. I think Ben and Aaron actually booked every single one. Like we kind of looked at and agreed, and we were going back and forth in emails. But we also, knowing that it was 4th of July weekend, like we always do when we travel at this time, we book really early. So now, like, I don't remember. So I'm not the one who has it in my maps. But yeah. Hi. Jacob, you said Cumberland is super strange. There's the main strip, nothing's open, and I guess they're tearing up the main strip to let cars go through again. With so the city I live in right now, Cuyahoga Falls, did the same thing. They had put a pedestrian mall in the 70s to try and compete with the suburbs. It was just implemented very, very poorly. And about 5 years ago, they let traffic go back through there, but in like a very what's the way? It's like a little bit windy and slow, and there's a lot of on-street parking, and you could ride your bike through there. So it's like not the preferred route if you're trying to get across town. That's not you're only going to drive that road if you're going there, and this kind of goes against downtown has exploded. Downtown Cuyahoga Falls went from being like one cafe, one dive bar, strip club in a basement, and like antique shops and boarded up storefronts to like, buddy AJ who comes on the stream, Albert, has like a nice cocktail bar down there. There's the brewery, which, is always crowded. Whatever my opinion on their beer. Like across the street is this Leo's Social place that's packed. Like Hi Ho Brewing down the street. They just tore down 2 old buildings on the edge of our strip that were like completely no historical value, not a big deal. And like they're putting in housing. So yeah, so if Cumberland does it right and you allow traffic, but not, fast traffic, it can work out. So be interesting to see. Yeah, the way some of those pedestrian malls were made, it's actually keeping people away. Oh yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens with Cumberland if they do that. Like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing if you do it once. Muskrat, I haven't had a chance to jam yet. Pete is still out of the state, so he's going to hit us up when he gets back. But Pudgy, you did have a horrible beer. I think I even took a sip to see. It was awful. Yeah, well, I told you all the stories about. They're having a big 10-year anniversary right now, and they weren't downtown Cuyahoga Falls. They used to be in. They were downtown Akron for a while, then they were on the outskirts of downtown Akron, then they moved to Highland Square, and their beer has just been horrible everywhere. And I'm like, this guy must just be completely independently wealthy because he keeps making bad beer and he keeps opening new spots. Like I said, they always have reasonable food, and they make this places kind of cool, I guess. So. Very excited to get out of Maine for a bit. Yeah, I guess it. I have a friend who lives on an island outside Portland, and I've never visited her up there. But my buddy just said, like in the winter, it's like a long winter, just like a long way from anyone. It's just so middle of nowhere. And I guess same thing. I think she's going to sell her house, and he said maybe even move back to Ohio. But that it's just, it seems absolutely beautiful up there in Maine, but just way, way out there. Yeah. And a hike to get there, to get to and from Maine to anywhere else, right, in the country. So.
Jacob Franti became a member.
Oh, awesome. Thanks so much, Jacob. Thanks for joining. Also, Jacob, there's a way to link your the Discord if you're in the Discord. And there's a member section in there. I actually filmed a members video today when I made the video about the bike I'm riding on the Gap Trail. So I need to finish that before I leave on Thursday. I'm going to put it out probably on Saturday. So, yeah. Oh, you're concerned about how pricey Maine is now. I didn't realize that. Crappy Milltown you grew up in cost 2 to 3K a month now to rent in. Hey, what's up, Blackball? What time is it? Because I do want to grab a. Yeah, I'm going to do the members video really quick because I am dry as the Sahara. I've got, last thing I had was that chocolate mousse, and then Marin came over here, turned on the computer, and got everything going. So, yeah. Rick has to hop in the shower. Don't talk about him. I was just about to show this, Rick. Rick said he's going to need a wider car with this limousine of a bicycle he owns now. Yeah, so Jacob, your name will be on this list hopefully next Thursday, depending on, I don't know, how my day goes when I get back from vacation. But yeah, I'm going to grab a drink real quick. Be right back. I'd like to take a moment to thank the channel members. They're the ones who make it possible to invest this much time into YouTube and also to buy the gear that makes it possible to run this channel. So thanks to them. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there's a link to that down below. One more thing, if you feel like it, stop by the gear shop, which is also listed below. You could get some cool bandanas, stickers, shirts, swag, whatever. And now you can get back to your beloved Tuna Boat song. We will be back in one moment.
Give me
Jacob, did you say where in West Virginia you are moving? I was just thinking about, um, yeah, because I've gone down to ride. Well, I've been to West Virginia a bunch of times, but I specifically 2 years ago, spring, went down to ride the North Bend Rail Trail, which was awesome. Some people like all the tunnels are really cool. Some people complain the surface is a little rough. For a rail trail, it's rougher than what most people would expect. But again, on the right, it's definitely gravel bike territory. If you went out there on a road bike, you'd be pretty uncomfortable. But and then we were supposed to, and a couple guys did it, but I just didn't have the time to do the Greenbrier Trail this spring. So that's still something that's on my list. Me and Aaron considered doing it and going some. We had a couple plans, and then I don't know, with the way COVID was at the time we were looking to travel, we didn't end up doing it on our own either. But hey, what's up, Sleepy Howler? It is someone's birthday today. Morgantown. Let's see. Ah, so they have the Mon River Trail. Okay, yeah, Decker's Creek, which connects, and then Cheat Lake one. Jane Dandy's not even here today, and we're going to go to the maps. Well, I don't think he's here, right? I thought you said Morgantown, but I needed to double check. Okay, there's Cheat Lake right there. Oh, I need to get this. Get out of my way. Put me over there. Bike trails usually just show up when because I usually have that turned on. Let's see. Come on, Morgantown bike trails. Why are they not popping up on here? There we go. Ooh, we got a brewery right there. Oh, it looks like a nice patio too. Oh, there's Decker's. Okay. Decker's Creek Trail. Oh, nice. Yeah, that looks. Let's see. Is there one along the river here? Oh, here we go. There's the Mon. See what this looks like on satellite. Oh yeah, I bet that's beautiful down there. See us. See if they got a street view at this dam. The street view is taken from a guy. Look at this. It's someone's helmet with a GoPro on it. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Have you guys? Oh, what's up, Jay Dandy? Oh, Pudgy, yeah, haven't paid attention to the chat. I will wish large hippo birdie. Dylan, you said Greenbrier seems like it has the same length and vibe as the North Bend. Nice. Jay Dandy did sniff out the map quickly. Morgantown, yeah, West Virginia University is in Morgantown. Greenbrier, isn't that the Sam Sheets golf course? That must be a reference that only you and Jay Dandy get, Rick. We were looking at a route. How do I get out of here? For this trip, let's see, where are we if I zoom out a little farther? Yeah, we were trying. There's a planned kind of. I hate when people call these trails. Almost even the Ohio to Erie Trail. I don't like the name. It's like the Ohio to Erie route, in my opinion. I know I've gone off on this before, but because let me turn off I want the layers off. So you get a better idea where we are. But so there's this industrial heartland route, and it includes some of the trails you're talking about that are here in Morgantown. But then it's like a route that kind of runs up to Pittsburgh. And so we were trying to plant this route that might have been Wheeling, that might have been Pittsburgh. We were kind of looking all around here. There's trail, believe out of Steubenville and around here. So, but we talked to the person who's kind of like one of the point people on it that's friends with Aaron, and it's just not built out, and you have to ride some really busy roads along the Ohio River. So as we were trying to plan different unique stuff, that's when we ended up just settling on doing something kind of simple like the Gap and C&O for this year. We had looked at Michigan and doing some stuff up there as well, but oh yeah, so Parkersburg is where the North Bend Rail Trail ends. I can't remember if I was trying to integrate that or where's the Greenbrier? This was late winter when I was looking at all this stuff. So Greenbrier is, where are we? Oh, there's Snowshoe, Monongahela National Forest. All right, there's the capital. What's straight north? Where are we? Oh, so way down here. Okay, yeah. That one's a bit farther away. So that's not the one I was looking at for this trip. But I think the mountain is 50-mile trail. Nice. Single track street view. Yeah. Jay Dandy does get the Rick Herb reference. Oh, yeah, if there's a trail from Morgantown to Cumberland. Yeah. Yeah, and so they are, so where were we looking at? Where their proposed trail is. Yeah, so this is all, it is all planned trail. What were they doing? Were they? I think they were going. We were looking. We were looking at Wheeling too, because there's route somewhere around here. Oh, here there's a little bit of trail, but then I guess it dumps you off on big roads getting to Pittsburgh. Um, I know there are plans to connect the ones out of Morgantown as well, but yeah, because it really wouldn't be that far if you could tap into that network, because here's Ohio Pile and Rockwood, Connellsville. So it's all on the Gap Trail. But he says seeing Tim sucking on a coconut nectar feels post-apocalyptic. I'm about to be on vacation. I'll be drinking plenty of beer. I did have a beer today, so. And I don't have any beer. I bought beer for Ben's birthday and had one at dinner, but yeah, there's no beer in this place right now. Muskrat said he would like to ride the old carriage trails at Acadia National Park. Did Traveling Through go up there and ride some of those? Is that who I saw riding some of those trails in YouTube videos? Might be. We can't say hat. You can't. You could say hat for hats. You just can't say hat for caps. Um, and again, I'm not against calling trails trail, but if you say trail to someone, they're not thinking roads, right? If you tell like someone and your typical people who go on like rail trail bike tours, if you say like Ohio to Erie Trail, they assume they're not riding on roads, and that's on the Ohio to Erie Trail. You are riding on roads. It's still. I've tried to. I think they have the official numbers. I try to guess it every year after we do it. It's 75-80% bike trails, but it's not one bike trail for the first part, which to me makes it not just a trail. If it's a collection of trails, and then there's roads that join them in different spots. So, you know, outside Columbus, you're on roads. The Amish country, you're on roads. They're great roads to ride. I actually like it. It's a break from the trail, but like I said, to me, it's not a trail. It's a route. It's a, you know, it's a route. Yeah, so the gap will go through. So you're looking at, where did I just? Yeah, so here's the, Somerset, Connellsville. Oh wait, here's the river. Yeah, here's the gap. Yeah, where's it go through after Connellsville? Oh yeah, then it kind of curves up into Pittsburgh, along this route. I bet it'll show up here. Yeah, there it is. Great Allegheny Passage. Oh yeah, I forgot how far north you head into Pittsburgh, but yeah, it wouldn't be that. Here's Ohio Pile, so you're really close at this point to where the trail is. I think the topography is probably part of the issue. So, Great Allegheny Passage is really following, the rivers that, and through the Alleghenies with minimal elevation, where I'm wondering, with Morgantown, it would make sense to probably follow this river all the way up, into Pittsburgh. Isn't there a trail along this for a while? Well, there's a lot of train tracks, so there's got to be a. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is the Montour Trail. This is the one I was looking at, but it doesn't go very far, if I remember correctly. Yeah. But it does mean there's old abandoned train lines and stuff that do go through all these areas. So, oh, I don't have it on the screen. Whoops, sorry guys. Hard for me to remember what I'm doing. So this is what I was saying. Ohio Pile's right there, and Morgantown's there, and the gap goes up into Pittsburgh along here. So yeah, Kevin. So what you were saying about you can get from the Gap Trail to the Montour Trail to the West Virginia Panhandle Trail with limited road miles. It's still. Have you done it? Because it seemed like the road miles were going to be really not fun road miles, though. At this point, I'd love to know someone who's done it because we were looking at it, and like I said, we had a friend who works on connecting trails and was like, I wouldn't do it. So. What are you telling me with this quote? A route planned, Rick, for a particular purpose. The hotel is well off the tourist trail. That's the definition of trail. Pudgy, I had nothing to do with. I don't pay attention to the logistics of when Erin buys something that she has to sell unless I'm the one buying it. Oh, Andrew H. That's right. You won't be in DC when we're in DC. Said you should ride up the MBT trail and grab a beer at City State Brewing. Let's see. I'll actually put it on the screen this time. I'll get out of my way. I'll have to see if this is one Erin already has on her list or not. Metropolitan Branch Trail. Let's see. Oh, okay. So up in this area. I'm trying to remember where we're staying. I think we're staying. Where's the big train station? Isn't it up here somewhere? Huh. I'll definitely look into that because it'd be cool just to ride the trail up there for sure. Oh, here's the. So we might be in that area already. I bet she has that on her list, but I'll definitely make sure. Um, I just. Well, we'll get off the train. I felt like we were also staying somewhere in that neighborhood. But I think we do plan to ride all the way down here too, and kind of. I think it was riding the, what is that, the Potomac something trail around here? Rock Creek Trail. So I think we were going to start our first day in DC by going all the way down and starting down there. But me being like a history nerd, and I haven't been to DC since I was a kid, I definitely want to at least ride around like the historic stuff as well, just to see it. Erin doesn't care about that. I'm not sure how much. Ben seems to, Large seems to be a little bit interested. I know I could definitely read historical markers for a much longer time than any of my friends can, though. I think Pudgy, you lost out on the Ron's cap because of Ben's birthday, though. So that's a fair enough reason. Huh, Kevin, so you said to connect the trails, you get off the gap in McKeesport. I remember that town. And you have to ride to Clarendon, PA, 3 or 4 miles. Huh. I need to look back into that then. I'm glad you brought that up because I felt like what we were looking at didn't make it that easy, but maybe I'm messing up too and thinking of maybe we were heading in a different direction. But that's good information for Jacob for sure, though. Huh? Yeah. So Andrew was saying, yeah, Union is right off the trail. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to see. Oh, okay. It picks up right there. Yeah. Oh, I don't have it on the screen again. Let's see. There's the station. I'm going to put the satellite on to see it. Oops, that's terrain. Where's... Oh, and then there's the trail. It's harder to tell with the satellite on. And now they took it away from me. Where are we going? Oh, here we go. Wow, look at all the trains coming in right here. Okay, yeah. Awesome. So what are we looking at for this Turkey Hollow climb? Well, I'll tell you, Albert went and rode it 3 times to try and get the KOM. It's pretty gnarly. Let's see if I can find the profile. I wish Erin was here because I know she has this like saved and all this stuff. Her goal has been to make it up it without putting a foot down, but I don't think she's done that. But she's improved her time every year. Yeah, I know how I could do this. I'll do directions from Millersburg. Oh yeah, there's a couple chill roads. You have to hit this 83 here for a second, which sucks. You actually sit at the end of 92, Pudgy, and wait till there's no cars coming, then make a run. But the climb starts immediately when you turn on whatever they're calling this 102. Oh, and it climbs all the way around this corner to the pond. Yeah, this is a swimming pond right here. Let's see what the profile. So, God, stop doing that. Huh, it's saying it's only a 300-foot climb. I need to see it on Strava because it doesn't give you percent gradients on this map. But, I mean, you could see right there, though, that profile. So, I wonder if I could just... What is this? Okay, so 289 feet up from the road. It sure feels like a lot higher than that. Well, it does drop down in this area, so you get like a little downhill. But no, you should definitely camp there. It's a beautiful campground. I'm just saying you have to work to get there. So I 100%. We keep going back. I mean, because it's just you have a place to jump in. So we've always stopped in Millersburg, had a couple beers at the brewery there, and then gone into the campground, and by the time you do that climb, it's been in the 80s every time we've gone to Turkey Hollow. So we don't even go and set up camp. We like literally lay our bikes down next to the pond and strip everything off and jump in the pond. So yeah, quick grind, quick grind. Like I said, we're usually doing stomach full of dinner and beer. So Apple Maps. Why would I have Apple Maps? I mean, it's on my phone. I don't use it, but let's see if they got a Street View guy here. Nah, no one's ever gone. No one's ever gone up this road on Street View. Nah. It's kind of cool too, because the first time we did it, you feel like you're like, are we allowed to be riding back here? But it's totally a road. So, oh, you do need cash for this, Pudgy. I probably told you that, but all they have is like a little. You camp in the woods back here. They have a couple different spots back in the woods, and if it's full, which it never has been, you could just camp out here. But yeah, it's just a box that you drop cash in if you didn't reserve it ahead of time, which I think they do have it on Hip Camp now. But oh, I did. Sorry, I don't have that up there. So yeah, the pond's here, and then there's just campgrounds, camp spots back here in the woods. I'll let you know, Pudgy. Staying here would be a hard thing to do. I'm going to probably be coming in, dumping all my. It just depends on how my week goes. I'll let you know. I need to look into it more and figure out exactly when we're getting home. But yeah, literally, Big Bend is 2 miles from here too. If I can't do it, so. Uh, a prediction of rain right now doesn't mean anything. You're way too far out to trust that it's going to rain on that day in this part of the state. Well, it's not that far from you, but you know what I mean. There's one oh, that's what I was going to do. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if I had pictures to show you why it's worthwhile. Full screen. Yeah, this is the hill. So this is the view you get when you get to the top of the climb, and this is not even you could see in the background, but yeah, this is where you turn off the gravel road onto the private drive for um, Turkey Hollow. I didn't get it. I thought I had pictures of us swimming in there. Let's see if I could find them. I think that might be out of order because I shot the swimming photos from the GoPro. Or forgot to add them. Ah, it was the year before I took photos of us swimming out there. These are kind of the climbs, and you do have a couple of climbs in Amish country. Obviously, you can't see gradient with photos like this, but you could just see how far you could see into the distance. But again, to me, they're worth it. They're worth it for those kind of views you get when you get out there. Chris said, surprised Tim doesn't use a Thomas guide for maps. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know if it's a joke. Oh. A series of paperback spiral bound atlases. I'm sure I probably did at one point. That's how I traveled when I was younger. See if I can. I think this has some Turkey Hollow camping footage right here. Oh yeah, that's the pond jumping off the dock at Turkey Hollow. Yeah, it's really pretty out there. Like I said, totally worth it for that. The first year we didn't realize the campsites, they had them in the woods and we camped out here on the grass, Pudgy, but there's actually like nice campsites in the woods right behind there. So, oh yeah. Jacob, you bought a West Virginia Atlas before you head off there. Nice. I used to travel with my paper map under the seat, like Atlas, like all 50 states, and I mean, I still had computers, so I'd be printing out MapQuest and putting it in the, but you couldn't get directions on the fly back then, so I'd put the MapQuest directions in that page of the Atlas, and then when I wanted to check out different stuff along the way, would read a map. Yeah, traveled with a friend once who had never done that, and I remember it was still before smartphones were good at routing. And I remember it was in his lap, and I'm like, "Get me to like whatever," and he's like looking at the thing, and I just like pull it out of his hand, like, "All right, I got this." Got pretty good at reading physical maps back in the day. Kevin said, "Check out the Mount Davis gravel grinder in southwestern PA." Rand McNally, I think they are the biggest map company, right? Hey, what's up, mountain biker boy? Had a great experience at Quail Hollow. Yeah, I've never ridden those ones. Oh, Jacob, you're saying you need an atlas for Maine. There are a lot of logging roads and a lot of places without cell service. So an atlas would be how you'd find the cool shit. That makes sense. I think with West Virginia, you could get spotty service as well, just because of the topography. So this is 74-mile long course. Let's see what the elevation on this is. Why is this showing in kilometers? Why am I logged out anyways? All right, can I go back to it now? Like that's whatever. Wow, that's a ride. 74 miles, 8,500 feet of climbing. Oh, these are long climbs too. %. When is this race? September 24th. I feel like I've watched a video about this. I did. I'm trying to think of who put out the video, but I watched a video about this ride. I think someone shared it in the Discord a while ago. Over the highest point in the state, Mount Davis. Huh, September 24th. Let's see if I have anything on the schedule already. Not at the moment. What is this? What is this built a bridge photo? Oh, with the cargo bike? I'm looking at this photo that Dylan had posted. It's the cargo bike and the shovel. And then I see built a bridge. Did you ride over that bridge? Got Pudgy's bike here. Did you change? Are those different bars? Is that what you did? No, you had those on there. Man, I don't know how you guys ride those Brook saddles. Like I was saying, I rode Otis's Gunner for 3 days, and that thing, 3 decent rides, and that thing nearly killed me. I got Raymond's crust. That's a good photo of it. Oh, what a great background too. The Passion of the Christ Bridge, Rick. I did notice that iron taint. Oh, Pudgy, you haven't. You said you haven't seen this in Springfield, Ohio, either. Well, I haven't, and I guess I've been through there 3 times now. Like I said, Springfield, Ohio is, I think, the most underrated uh, what city, like what medium small city for Ohio size that there is. Like, how do you pronounce this? Giacob just popped in, dropped a couple photos. State bicycle, nice. Did you put a caption on these? Where are these at? Oh, pics from the CNO and Gap. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm guessing this must be the CNO, right? Because the CNO is the canal trail, so you got the locks. Whereas the Gap, I think, is just following the old railroad. So oh, I got you, Jacob. Diego. Cool. Yeah, everyone has. I used to have. I think I've like everyone who's been around here for a while knows I had a cheat sheet when we first started doing this, and it was always the same few people, but I couldn't keep everyone straight between whether I was talking to them on Instagram, Discord, YouTube. It's like, and I'm just not the best name person in general. So it was like, wait, this person equals this person, and they live here, and they have this bike. You know, I usually get better at recognizing people by the bikes they ride than anything else. So. Oh, this is Gap to Frostburg. That makes sense because I remember this because you are along the tracks. Isn't there a Don't they run the day we were there? They weren't, but don't they run a historic locomotive up those tracks too? I think some people, yeah, because Dan Rice, who uh, is the I can't remember his title, president of the Ohio and Erie Canalway Coalition, which manages the Towpath Trail in Summit County and South. He told me that they actually rode the train with their bikes up it. I guess some people do that. They had a daughter, a young daughter with them at the time, so I think that was the reasoning. But yeah, I am the worst. If Large Marge and Pudgy aren't in here telling me who is who or like texting me behind the scenes, I totally, you know, I'll remember the stories, like I said, in the bikes, but to keep just like screen names straight is impossible for me. They run an old train through Cumberland. You don't know about up the tracks. Yeah. Can we get a Photoshop of me rolling into Detroit? Yeah. I should do that because I'll inside joke for more of the Terry B streaming stuff, but it'd be really funny to because I'll say before I take off, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss the stream doing my Gap C&O trail," but it'd be really funny for me to do that, Photoshop myself into a roll into Detroit. So clean up my internet browser here. So much stuff. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the evening because what is it, like 10:45, 10:34? But yeah, I've been getting up early trying to get stuff done. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm done with all my real work before vacation. Granted, no one emails me. That does happen, but still got some stuff I want to post. Like I said, I want to finish up videos to have videos posted while I'm gone, and then I really want to clean this place up because, like I said, I've been busy and I'm behind. That's one of my like main like pet peeves. Not the right word, but I just love to come back to a place that's organized and clean because you're about to, as Large Marge said too, you're about to dump all your stuff from vacation everywhere. So you don't want to dump it on stuff that's already going on. So that's a big thing. Plus, my parents will be stopping by to check on the studio a couple times for me and water my flowers and all my plants and stuff like that. So when they come and walk through here, I want it to look kind of nice, you know, as you would, as I think anyone would. But yeah. So I think I'll wrap it up there. A week from Thursday, like I said, I already have it scheduled. Going to have Party Size Cycling's buddies on and chat with them a little bit. Maybe have Pudgy in the background, depending on how it goes. So, yeah. Then, yeah, I'm looking forward to the trip. I'll be posting photos, I'm sure, in the Discord, on Instagram. But if you're not on Instagram, in the Discord and all that kind of stuff. So, still be keeping up with everything. You know, it's funny. I've said this too before. When you're out on the trail all day and then you go and sit down in a restaurant or a bar or wherever, it's like everyone's looking at their phone, and I feel like we look like big pieces of shit for people staring at your phone. But it's like you've just talked to those people you're sitting with for 4 hours in a row on the trail. So it's like your moment to catch up on everything. And like I said, I still answer work emails and schedule stuff and all that. So it's like never truly off, which, like I said, is a valid trade-off and for the way I like living my life with running my own business. So, yeah. Mountain Biker Boy, jumping back to the Springfield Miro. I think didn't they have a competition for all the Springfields to be like the one the Simpson was from, and Springfield in Ohio was pushing for it. But yeah. Pudgy stream crashing on Thursday. All right. Gonna peace out with that. I'm gonna keep rambling, and I know I do want to get to bed early and also sit down for a minute. So, all right, I will see you guys on other parts of the internet for a little bit.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
this time.
Fitzwater photo.